Isn't that someone? No?
That's somebody?
No. I don't know.
They're pushing my arcade here. That's Ash.
Nice. That's Twitch, that's Twitch.
Oh, okay. That's it.
There we go, nice.
One's gonna be holding that cross a little bit more left. Okay, last one's left.
What is going on, you guys? A21 Mayo here. You can find links to my Twitch, Twitter, and Discord below under the tips. The first and most important tip is finding a sensitivity and sticking with it. Now, if you have trouble finding a sensitivity to start out with, what I suggest you do is go into a T-Hunt for at least an hour testing different sensitivities until you find one you like. Once you find one that you like, try your hardest to stick with it. If you're having trouble with the sense, then change it now rather than down the road. You want to stick to the same sense as best you can. Think of it this way. If a baseball player has been using a wooden bat that weighs 10 pounds his entire life, and then he is given the option to switch to an aluminum one that weighs half as much, which choice is best? The answer is he should stick to the wooden bat, and here's why. If he's been using the same 10-pound wooden bat his whole life, he has a muscle memory of each swing ingrained into his head. Once he switches, all of his muscle memory is gone and he's starting fresh. Now apply that to aiming. If you have been on the same sensitivity for 6 months and then you want to change it out of the blue, all of that muscle memory is gone. So my point being, find a sense that you'd like as soon as you can, and if you really feel the need to change it, do it sooner than later. Once you find a sense that fits you, we can move on to the second tip, which is you need to find your weakness. There are 3 main parts to aiming: tracking, flicking, and recoil control. I can't tell you what you struggle with, but once you find what you do struggle with, start working to improve it. Even though I can't tell you what you struggle with, I know something that can, which brings me on to the third tip: aim trainers. Now personally, I don't use aim trainers that much. I just T-Hunt for the most part. Aim trainers aren't as important as playing T-Hunt, but if you do want to use an aim trainer, I can suggest some. Firstly, my personal choice would be Aim Labs on Steam. It's free, has a lot of great features, and can track your progress and show what you're struggling with. Now there are other aim trainers like Aimtastic and Kovacs, but you have to convert your siege sense and everything. I don't really like it because it's a lot more extra steps. The great thing about Aim Labs is you can plug in your sense from Siege and you can start practicing. Under the fourth tip, follow a warm-up routine. If you want to take getting better aim seriously, you have to follow a warm-up routine. Now this is where you need to experiment with what works best for you. I don't know how you aim and whatnot, just spend some time doing different things each day in a different order until you feel you found something that really works for you. Once you found what you like, stick to it and you'll see improvement. Into the fifth tip, which is very crucial with a lot of aimers: slower is better. You always see people trying to flick everything and try to show off. Yes, there's a time and place for that, but when you're aim training, it's pointless. I feel that we are all guilty of trying to show off, but here's why we're all wrong. If I want to slide a coin across a table 10 inches to a circle on the table that is twice the size of a coin, what would be the best way? Most people would sit there and say, ah shit, this is easy bro, watch me goodnight this coin, and try to do it as fast as possible. Yet they're all wrong. There's a huge part that people are missing. No matter how fast or how slow you move the coin, it's still moving 10 inches. Have you ever heard the expression, slow and steady wins the race? Well, this applies to aiming. Either way, whenever you are flick training, try to be slow and consistent. If you move your mouse fast or slow, it's still moving the same distance. Now, I'm not saying move as slow as a sloth, but always keep this tip in mind. Moving on to the sixth tip, get better crosshair placement. Most people think that aiming is just raw skill, but it's not. If you want to have good or great aim, you need to have excellent crosshair placement. Now, if you don't know what crosshair placement is, it's basically where you're resting your crosshair on your screen. You can either have it standing height or crouched height. If you struggle to find the level to aim for standing or crouched, here's a tip that will help you out a lot. Go into a custom game, go to a barricade, and you'll see 2 sets of buckles. The higher one is head height and the lower one is crouched height. Now you can practice pre-aiming head level and crouch level. This tip is extremely important to a game like Siege that has a 1-bullet headshot mechanic in the game. Now the next few tips aren't Siege related, but they can still help you out a lot. The 7th tip, start doing hand stretches. Now I know, this may seem stupid and dumb, but trust me, it helps more than you think. If you think of your hand like an athlete, you should always stretch before you play, shouldn't you? You want your hand relaxed and limber, right? Exactly. I'll leave a video that I love, which I do the hand stretches daily. Into the 8th tip, which is you should experiment with mouse grips. You never really know if you found your perfect mouse grip until you've experimented. I feel like a lot of people really haven't, so this tip might really help you out. If you have a palm grip, try your best to switch. Palm grip really isn't that great because your hand and fingers are locked into a fixed position, but a fingertip or claw grip really works well because you have a lot of control with minimal surface area touching. Me personally, I use a relaxed claw grip. I used to use a rigid claw grip, but over time I found I aim better with relaxed claw, and it's more comfortable. Try experimenting with what you feel you might like. Now the last and crucial tip, turn off mouse acceleration. If you don't know what it is, it's a Windows option in the mouse settings which your cursor gains speed the faster you move your mouse. If you don't like mouse acceleration off, then turn on raw input in Siege. But if I were you, I would just turn it off in Windows. Trust me, your aim will be a lot more consistent. Now, that will be it for the tip video. If this helps you out at any point, drop a like and subscribe. If you have any other tip video ideas that you would like me to make, leave a comment below. Again, my Twitch, Twitter, and Discord are in the description, as well as the hand stretching video. That's it for the video. I'll see you guys in the next one.